Hello student. So in environmental chemistry we have studied up to the environmental pollution. So some part was remain, that is the global warming, acid rain, stratospheric pollution. So this concept we will see. Today in this video we will study regarding what is meant by global warming and what is the greenhouse effect, and then second, what is meant by acid rain. These three concepts we have to study in this video. So as you know very well that 75% of heat reaching the earth, 75% of the solar energy, okay, 75% of the solar energy reaching to the earth. So after reaching to the earth, what will happen? So this 75% of solar energy is absorbed by the earth surface, okay. So earth surface absorb the 75% solar energy which has been reaching to the earth. So after absorbing this 75% of the solar energy, what happened? The temperature is increases in the atmosphere, right? So how the temperature is increases in the atmosphere? 75% of solar energy is reaching to the earth, and then this 75% of solar energy is absorbed by the earth surface. Due to that, temperature is increases in the atmosphere, okay. Then what happened? Rest of the this solar energy is again back to the radiant to the earth surface again, okay. So some of the heat is trapped. So what happened? 75% of the solar energy is absorbed by the earth surface in the atmosphere, temperature is increases due to that. That is clear. So out of that what happens? Some of the energy is again back to the atmosphere. Then again what happened? When the 75% of the solar energy is reaching to the earth, some of the temperature or some of the energy is trapped by the gases. That is, some of the heat is trapped by the gases like the methane, ozone, nitrogen oxide, carbon dioxide. These gases are trapped by the heat. So then what happened due to this? As this CO2 gas, methane gas, nitrous oxide gas, then this water vapor in the atmosphere, they also add the heating of the atmosphere, and due to that global warming causes, right? Why the global warming causes? So have you understood? What happened actually? 75% of the solar energy is reaching to the earth. Then earth surface absorb these energy. The solar energy is absorbed. Heat is absorbed by the earth surface. Then what happened? Some of the heat is absorbed by the gases. So due to absorbing the 75% of the heat energy by the earth surface, the temperature of the atmosphere is increases. Then again how the temperature is increases? Whatever the some of the heat energy is remain, that is also trapped by the carbon dioxide gas, nitrous oxide gas, water vapor, ozone, methane gas. Then they also increases the temperature of the atmosphere. That is called as the global warming. Okay, have you understood what is the global warming? Right, due to the 75% of the heat energy from the sun is increases on the earth surface, so therefore temperature is increases. Again whatever the 75% of the this heat energy is remain, that is also trapped by the gases. So these gases again increases the temperature of the earth's surface or the atmosphere due to that global warming causes. Right, okay. So if the global warming causes takes place, so again what we have to do, now in cold places flowers, vegetable and fruits are grown in a glass covered area called as the greenhouse. So you know that due to this tremendous amount of heat energy from the sun, again these gases absorb the heat and again temperature is increases. So this phenomena is going on in the atmosphere. Due to that the plants and the crops they get damaged, okay, due to increasing the temperature. So for that purpose what happen, in cold places flower, vegetable and fruits are grown in the glass covered area. Okay, why we keep it in a glass covered area? Because temperature is increases. So if the tremendous amount of heat is increased in the atmosphere, no any plants or fruits can grow up. So for that purpose, in cold places flowers, vegetable and fruits are grown in a glass covered area called as the greenhouse. Then as the glass in the greenhouse holds the sun warm inside, atmosphere trap the sun heat near the earth's surface and keep it warm. This is called as the natural greenhouse effect. So what is the greenhouse effect? Have you understood? So the greenhouse effect is, so due to the global warming, temperature of the atmosphere is much more increased. So in increased temperature in the atmosphere, there is no any growth of the plants or the fruits may takes place. So what we do for that, for the growth of the plants or for the growth of the vegetables, in the cold places flower, vegetable and fruits are grown in the glass covered area, that is called as the greenhouse. Okay, what happened there? As the glass in the greenhouse holds the sun warmth inside. Okay, so sun release the tremendous amount of energy that has been held by this glass. Okay, and due to that what happened, then it holds the sun warmth inside and the atmosphere trap the sun heat. Atmosphere trap the sun heat near the earth's surface and keep it warm, which is called as the greenhouse effect. Right, okay. So this is regarding the global warming and greenhouse effect. Now actually in greenhouse solar radiation pass through the transparent glass. Glass is whatever the glass we have taken, and that glass is transparent. Okay, so that is not formed from the fossil resins. Okay, that is not the heat is enter into that glass, so therefore transparent glass must be there. So what happened, as the glass in a green this we have completed, in a greenhouse solar radiation pass through the transparent glass. Solar radiation pass through the transparent glass and heat up the soil and plants. Okay, so therefore how the soil and plants get heated? So first of all, here this in the greenhouse solar radiation pass through the transparent glass. Solar radiation pass through the transparent glass and heat up the soil and plants. Okay, the warm soil and plants emit the infrared radiations. The warm soil and plants emit the infrared radiation since glass is opaque. Okay, glass. The nature of the glass is opaque to infrared radiation, that is the thermal region. Infrared radiation, that is the thermal region. Okay, so it partly reflect and partly absorb this radiation. This mechanism keeps the energy of the sun trapped in the greenhouse. Okay, so this phenomena is carried out in the greenhouse effect. Okay, have you understood? So what happened actually? Now in the greenhouse So this solar radiation passes through the transparent glass, so and this heat up the soil and the plant, and the warm soil and plant emit the infrared radiation, that is the thermal region. Okay, and since glass is opaque to infrared radiation, it partly reflects and partly absorbs this radiation. This mechanism keeps the energy of the sun trapped in the greenhouse, and so that is the greenhouse. Okay, so actually what happened, so this global warming is causes due to which gas? So that main contributor is the carbon dioxide gas. So carbon dioxide gas is the major contributor to the global warming. Okay, so no doubt methane gas is there, nitrogen oxide gas is there, then water vapor is there, then methane is there. Okay, so ozone is there. So all these are the gases which are causes the global warming, no doubt. But which one gas is the main contributor for the global warming? So that is the carbon dioxide gas. So carbon dioxide gas is the main gas which causes the global warming. Okay, why? Because tremendous amount of heat trapped on this carbon dioxide gas, and this carbon dioxide gas increases the temperature of the atmosphere, and due to that global warming is taking place. Okay, so which is the main gas contributor of global warming? That is the carbon dioxide gas. Others are also there, but they are subsidiary, they are not the principal gases for the causes of the global warming, right? Okay, so now this concept that is the global warming and greenhouse effect, so have you understood? Okay, so now next concept, that is the this acid rain also. Okay, so you know that due to the global warming, due to the acid rain, we are facing the many problems. Okay, so as you know that the Taj Mahal from the Agra, so that is also affected due to the acid rain. Okay, so due to the global warming, many problems created due to this. Our environment get disturbed due to the global warming. Also temperature is again and again increases. Due to that, you know that the dry ice, that is the ice get melted due to the global warming. Temperature of the atmosphere is increases. What it require, that is more increases due to the carbon dioxide gas. So therefore the ice get melted. Okay, and so due to that water is wandering in many where, and due to that the flood or the effect of that water on the our farming process or the farming phenomena is also causes due to this global warming, right? Okay, so now what is mean by acid rain, and what are the gases required for the acid rain, and what are their effect, that we will see. So as you know that rainwater has a pH of 5.6. okay, rainwater has how much pH? 5.6, right? Okay, so due to the presence of the H plus ion formed by the reaction of rainwater with carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, right? What happened actually? Carbon dioxide gas is present in the atmosphere. Okay, so rainwater contains how much pH? 5.6 pH. So therefore this water react with the carbon dioxide which is already present in the atmosphere. What does it produce? So see, so this is the water, liquid water. Acid rain contains the water. The pH of the acid rain is 5.6. so that water is reacted with the carbon dioxide which is already present in the atmosphere. So they get reacted. So carbon dioxide gas, so this water liquid reacted to form the H2CO3. Okay, so that is the hydrogen carbonate gas. Okay, H2CO3 aqueous. Okay, so this is the in a gaseous form, no doubt, but it is acid. Okay, so this carbonate acid, okay, bicarbonate gas will produce here also. Okay, so therefore this is the hydrogen carbonate, H2CO3. Okay, so this gas, that is this is the acid, no doubt. So this acid again ionizes to produce the H plus ion and bicarbonate ion. This is called as the bicarbonate, right? Okay, so this reaction indicates that acid rain is takes place. But what happens when the pH of the rain water drops below the 5.6, then it is the acid rain, right? So when we call it as the acid rain, so as I told you that acid rain contain the pH 5.6. Okay, so this rainwater has a pH of 5.6. when it is called as the acid rain, when acid is produced after the rainy season, when it takes place. So before that you must know that the rain, natural rain contained how much pH? Natural rain contained the 5.6 pH, right? Okay, so this pH of 5.6 due to the presence of the H plus ion formed by the reaction of rainwater with carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere. Actually what happened? So rain contain the pH is 5.6, but if the pH of the rain water is less than the 5.6, acid rain will produce. So therefore, how it takes place? So as atmosphere contains the carbon dioxide, acid rain is water. So water is a liquid, carbon dioxide, they produce the H2CO3. So this is the acid. So this acid hydrogen carbonate. So this H2CO3 ionized to produce the H plus ion and bicarbonate ion. Okay. So this produce the acid rain. So when the pH of the rainwater drops below 5.6, it is called as the acid rain. Okay, if the pH of the rainwater is 5.6, then we will not call it as a acid rain. When we call it as a acid rain, if the rainwater contains the pH less than 5.6, then it reacts with the carbon dioxide which is present in the atmosphere and it produces the bicarbonate gas. Okay, so that is the liquid bicarbonate acid. So that is the H2CO3, right? Okay, so now acid rain is the byproduct of human activity that emit the oxides of sulfur and nitrogen in the atmosphere. Actually, how the acid rain takes place? So this acid rain is also due to the human activities. What happened? Many human activities, so that is the fossil fuels, okay, so this different type of industries, so they release the nitrogen and sulfur. So when they release the nitrogen and sulfur, they react with the oxygen, oxidation takes place, there is a formation of sulfur dioxide gas and nitrogen dioxide gas. So hence this acid rain is the byproduct of human activity that emit the oxides of sulfur and nitrogen in the atmosphere, that is the NO2 and SO2 after the oxidation, and they react with the water are the main contributor to the acid rain. Okay, so this NO2 and SO2 get oxidized. How does it get oxidized? So this is the SO2. Okay, how the SO2 is produced? Due to the acid rain, this sulfur, nitrogen are due to the human activities, they are released in the atmosphere, they get oxidized to produce the sulfur dioxide gas and nitrogen oxide gas. So therefore, this is the sulfur dioxide gas. So the sulfur dioxide gas is react with the oxygen which is present in the atmosphere, and this liquid water, they produce the H2SO4, that is the sulfuric acid. Okay, so this sulfuric acid as well as the nitrogen which is released in the atmosphere, they get oxidized to produce the nitrogen dioxide gas. So this nitrogen dioxide gas again react with the atmosphere and the water vapor. So this liquid water as well as this atmosphere contain the oxygen to produce the nitric acid. Okay, so this is the acids. So acid rain is this acid rain how takes place, you have studied there. Okay, so therefore this sulfuric acid and this nitric acid. So these sulfuric acid and nitric acid are affected on the different type of plants also as well as. So what is the effect? So acid rain is harmful for the agriculture, trees and plant. What happen actually? So it dissolve and washes away the nutrients needed for their growth. Okay, so you know that many plants or many these trees and the plant require the nutrient. Okay, so that is zinc is required, potassium is required, the sulfur is required. These are the nutrients to grow for the plants and the trees. So due to acid rain, what happened? So this acid combined with this nutrient, okay, and what happened? This nutrient get dissolved into this nitric acid and into this sulfuric acid, and due to that the growth of the plants and the growth of the trees is stopped due to the washes out by this H2SO4 and the nitric acid. Okay, so this is the effect of the acid rain in the agriculture sector. So acid rain is harmful for agriculture, trees and plant, as it dissolves and washes away the nutrients needed for their growth. Okay, so trees and plant require the different nutrient, so that nutrient get dissolved and get washes out due to the formation of this nitric acid and sulfuric acid due to this acid rain. So this is the effect of the acid rain. Okay, this is one of the point. Another point important is that this acid rain also causes for the different materials like in the Taj Mahal. Okay, so what happened due to the acid rain? So this H2SO4 and this nitric acid, so this H2SO4 and this nitric acid, when they react with the calcium carbonate, because that Taj Mahal has been built up by the different type of material, so that is the Chinese what we can say material, so that contain the calcium carbonate, that contain the different type of sodium containing material. So the sodium containing material, calcium containing material, okay, so that get damages, that get polluted, that get corroded due to this sulfuric acid and due to this nitric acid. Okay, so when the acid rain takes place, so this acid rain contain the sulfuric acid and nitric acid acid gases or liquids. So when they fall on the Taj Mahal, then that Taj Mahal has been built up by the different type of the material which contain the calcium, which contain the silicon, okay, so which may contain the this phosphorus also. So therefore that material get corroded, that material get corroded, that material get polluted, and so black color, or due to the corrosion, black color of this Taj Mahal is taking place due to this acid rain, right? Okay, so therefore up to this extent we have studied what is mean by global warming, what is mean by greenhouse effect, okay, what is the effect of this global warming on the environment, that we have studied. Next is the acid rain. Okay, so you know that natural rain is falling, no doubt, but when it is called as the acid rain, if the pH is less than 5.6, if the pH is less than 5.6, so then H2SO4 nitric acid is produces due to the oxidation of the sulfur and nitrogen which has been released in the atmosphere due to the human activities, as well as due to the different type of artificial things also. So that is due to the pollutions also. These nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide gases are released in the air, and that get react with the water and oxygen in the atmosphere. So that is rainwater contain the H2O and atmosphere contain the oxygen. So therefore sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide react with the oxygen from the atmosphere as well as this water from the rain, and then they produce the nitric acid and sulfuric acid. So that nitric acid and sulfuric acid has the pH less than 5.6, that is called as the acid rain. Okay, so this is regarding the acid rain. But one point should be remembered in the global warming. Okay, so that is here I have written chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, so what happened when the 75% of this solar energy is reaching to the earth, then the gases which are present in the atmosphere, that is the chlorofluorocarbon gas. Okay, so this, why this chlorofluorocarbon gas is produced? So due to using this AC, air conditioning. So this air conditioning or the freeze, you use your freezer at your home, so that freezer or this freeze also release the chlorofluorocarbon as well as AC, okay, air conditioning. So this AC also release this chlorofluorocarbon, and so hence this chlorofluorocarbon, this carbon dioxide gas trapped by the heat from the solar energy. So hence these water vapor, ozone, methane, chlorofluorocarbon, carbon dioxide gas again increase the heat of this atmosphere, and hence this global warming is also causes. Okay, so this is regarding the global warming, so greenhouse effect and the acid rain. So question may be asked on the different gases, that which of the following gas is the best contributor of global warming, that is the CO2 gas. Okay, which gas is released from the AC, air conditioning, or from the freeze, which increases the temperature of the atmosphere, that is the chlorofluorocarbon, right? Okay, so such type of question will be asked in the exam, right? Okay, another thing is that which of the element, that is the nitrogen and sulfur, get oxidized, that is the nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide gases. No doubt in the global warming also nitrogen oxide gas is also produced. Okay, but it is very less amount of nitrogen oxide gas in the global warming. Okay, so in the acid rain, the sulfur dioxide gas and this nitrogen oxide gas, so the sulfur dioxide gas and this nitrogen oxide gas, why this produced? So this is produced due to the human activities, due to the different type of environmental pollutants. So due to environmental pollutant, due to that artificial activity, that modern industrial revolution also releases this sulfur dioxide, also releases this nitrogen dioxide. Okay, so again they react with the oxygen in the atmosphere and the rain, that is the water, and they produce the H2SO4 and this nitric acid, and which has different effect on the agriculture sector, that is on the trees, on the plants also, right? Okay, so this is regarding the global warming and greenhouse effect and acid rain. In the next video we will see the stratospheric pollution, what is meant by photochemical smog and what are their effects. Thank you.